What's up, guys? I'm Derek, and this is Derek's Reptiles. Welcome to the freaking show.
Hey, what's going on? Brian here. Thank you so much for your support, Derek. It means the world to me, and I think it's amazing that you are doing YouTube videos as well. Keep it going. Make sure to subscribe to Derek Reptile channel. Go show that some love and all that type of stuff because we need good content out there. Anyways.
Welcome back, you guys. Today's subject is feeding frozen versus feeding live mice. Before we begin, comment below. Tell me, do you do frozen or do you do live? I want to know. Engage me. Tell me what you do. What do you experience? Again, this video is what works for me. Every reptile handler is different. Before we begin, let's do what other YouTubers do. Let's pause for the thumbnail. I don't know why I did that. I make my own thumbnails, so let's get into the video. Feeding frozen is usually the norm. Most pet stores sell frozen mice. They're easily accessible and you're not gonna break the bank. That's excellent. They're great to do because let's say you don't have a lot of time. It's nothing to throw some mice in some warm water, throw them in the tank, and go about your business. They're quick, they're easy, and most reptile handlers use them. Most reptile handlers use them. And like I said, most pet stores are gonna sell them. Now, what I don't recommend is going in PetSmart and asking for feeder mice. They're going to look at you like you're a demon because they don't do feeder mice. And they highly frown on people who feed snakes and reptiles, live animals. I don't know. Maybe their CEO works for Peter or something like that. But again, with feeding frozen, there's so many pros. For instance, you're going to avoid injury to your snake. What do you mean, Derek? Yes, I've seen this time and time again on YouTube. You've seen the horrific videos. You saw they've thrown a live mouse in the tank, and that snake didn't eat that mouse, but that mouse ate that snake. It took a gash out of his head, a chunk of meat out of his stomach, a chunk of meat out of its tail. It's horrific. So like I said, with frozen mice, you avoid that. You're not going to get injury to your snake. And we'll talk about something else that's good. Parasites. Frozen mice, they don't have parasites. And if they did have parasites when they were alive, the parasites are dead when they freeze the mice. So it's just so many benefits when you're feeding frozen. And most reptile handlers feed frozen. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do both. Why do you do both, Derek? I do most of the month, I feed frozen. But at least once or twice, I like to do a couple live feedings. And I'm going to tell you why. I believe it's good enrichment for the snake. What do you mean, Derek? Yes, it's good enrichment. Snakes are natural born hunters. They enjoy doing that. Flicking their tongue. What's that smell? They go crazy when you throw a live mouse in their tank. And they enjoy it and I enjoy it because it's nothing like sitting in your living room and watching nature take place. What do you think they do in the wild? They hunt live prey. So I don't think it's beneficial to take them out of the wild and just never feed them live again and take that away from them. I try to do it at least once or twice a month to give them that enrichment so they don't lose their hunting skills. And I think it's beneficial to them. There's multiple types of enrichment, where climate enrichment, to me, hunting enrichment to where they're hunting their food. It's just beneficial to them. And like I said, it's just a controversial subject. Some reptile YouTubers don't like feeding live. I think it's good. But there are, like I said, a couple problems that you can run into. When you're feeding live, like I said, you could potentially injure your snake if you're not paying attention. You know, when you're feeding live, they could potentially have parasites. I'll talk about an experience I had. Oh, that's my son. I'll talk about an experience I had. I buy live mice frequently. I know I got a breeder that I buy 15 or 20 live pinkies from. And I'm not gonna lie, one time they brought me some pinkies, and I had a pinky in my hand, and there was a couple brown dots moving around on it. And I was like, these pinkies are kind of dirty. Why is the dirt moving? Like, I didn't know what it was. And then I got my phone and I looked it up. I was like, oh my God, those are bugs. I hurried up. I threw the pinkies in the sink. I did. I washed all those bugs off that I seen, because you don't want your snake to get parasites. Yes, it's treatable, but it's a headache that you want to avoid if you can. So like I said, when you're feeding frozen, that's a benefit. You don't have to worry about the parasites. So if you are feeding live, make sure that you're getting from a reputable breeder, and just check your live mice before you give them to them. Because like I said, I thought it was dirt. I didn't know. I've only been in the snake hobby for about a year. When you're feeding live, something that you might not like, if your snake doesn't eat that mouse, congratulations. You now have another animal in your house that you have to raise until your snake eats it. Unless you're a demon and you freeze it alive or just let it go outside. So if you have time to raise a mouse, great. Some people are like, I ain't got time for that. So anyways, I guess that's what this video is about. Feeding frozen versus feeding live. Before we go, comment below. Tell me, what do you do? Do you feed frozen? Do you feed live? What do you do? Like I said, this is just my experience. So don't tear me up in the comment, you guys. This is Derek's Reptiles. Thank you for watching.
What's up, animal lovers? It's Cedric the Entertainer here. And especially those who love reptiles and snakes. Y'all gotta go check out my man Derek's Reptiles Snake Feedings. That's right, Derek's Reptiles and Snake Feedings. He is the man to help you out with your anything that you want to know in the reptile world. I mean, he's like a young Steve Irwin, but us though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help this young man. He loves the reptiles. He knows all about them. If you like that, you want those kind of pets, call Derek McMurray, all right? Check him out, all right? That's my man. I'll holler.